Thank you for tuning in to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast, a no judgment zone podcast that covers lifestyle, entertainment, news, and sports. Even though KC doesn't watch sports, but these are minor details. By the way, he reads tarot cards too. Yes, I really mean it. He reads tarot cards too. And now, the host you've tuned in for, KC Phoenix.
Thank you for tuning in again to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I'm actually doing a video for this, so I'm on camera again. Today's Sunday. It's like 1:41 p.m. Central Standard Time here in Dallas as I'm recording this. And I don't plan to make this too long. Hopefully this will not turn into a therapy sesh. This eclipse that's coming up, which is a lunar eclipse, is what it is. It's a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. And I'm adding context to this because this whole situation, I'm just blown away, like totally blown away by how I stumbled on certain things. Mind you, I know, like I've learned how to read the tarot deck, and I'm still, it's a lifelong process. You learn as you go through with reading cards and with tarot decks, oracle cards, and so on and so forth. I'm learning more about astrology. I knew the basics, like, of course, sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, and I'm learning other things. But compared to those who have been doing this for a long time, I am still considered, I guess you could say, a novice in a way with what I do. My strength is in my intuition, is what my strength is in. That is what I lean on and where I'm guided by, quote unquote, the universe, the divine, whatever. I'm giving you some context right now before I go into this because I honestly just got freaked out. Almost the way I was freaked out about a dream that I had that turned out to be a premonition, which is why I moved and left California, because I started to see through other things that my dream was a premonition and it wasn't just a dream. And everything's been correct thus far. So, and I'm thankful to God, to the divine, to the light, to the source, to the one who are into my spirit team, my ancestors, whoever hears me, to them giving me the vision, the dream, to say, hey, this isn't good. This is which way you need to go. And you need to go now. That's why my move was so quick and no one knew about it, not even my parents. My mother didn't know that I was moving to Dallas until I was 200 miles outside of Dallas. That's how quickly the move and how secretly, I was in high priestess energy. That's how secretly the move was happening. And when I have dreams, the thing is that I do my best to try to tell a dream, because some dreams are just dreams. They just are what they are. And then some dreams are actually premonitions. Your dreams are attempting to tell you something. Also, your dreams could be telling you something from a subconscious level too. But I've been getting better at discerning what's a dream and what's a premonition. I'm getting better at it, slowly but surely. I had a dream probably about 4 nights ago. It was about 4 nights ago. Also, before I go any further, hadn't said my little spiel. Let me get my spiel out the way. Before I go any further, kirwkc.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right, got that out the way. Back to this. So I had a dream probably about 4 nights ago, give or take. I don't know if anybody remembers the Harry Potter movie, Chamber of Secrets, which in my opinion, that's the best Harry Potter movie out of all the Harry Potters. Chamber of Secrets was amazing. And when Harry found out that he could speak the language of, I guess, Slytherin or whatever it was. It's been a while since I watched it. But it was connected to Voldemort because of what had happened, because they were tied together. And also in Harry Potter, with certain dreams that he had, it was where he was connected to that snake. And it wasn't Harry doing it, it was the snake doing it. And Harry would see it, and that's how he would know that something had happened. Which I think that was more of a thing in, which one was it? The Phoenix something or whatever, Order of the Phoenix. I think that was the one where the people were being removed, quote unquote. And Harry was finding out about it because he was able to see through the eyes of the snake. All right. The dream that I had, and also there's some type of yard work or something going on, so if you hear that in the background, just a heads up. But there was some type of dream that I had of someone who was an anti-hero. They weren't a villain. They were an anti-hero, sort of like Deadpool. Everyone knows who, well, I don't think everyone knows who Deadpool is. But Deadpool, which is hilarious. Ryan Reynolds is amazing. You know, he does heroic things, but he's not the cookie cutter image of what a true hero is. True heroes usually turn people into the police, or they do this or they do that. Okay. In this dream that I had, and by the way, I'm giving you the caveat right now. I'm sure some people are going to call me crazy. That's fine. I don't care. They called Noah crazy until it rained. And then everybody wanted a ticket on the ark. Just saying. Now, back to this. In this dream, I was seeing through the person's eyes. And they had that whispery, raspy voice. Almost like Voldemort, which is crazy. But they were a good guy doing bad things. Like Deadpool. And in the dream, what this person was doing was they were helping to rescue someone. They were looking to rescue someone. And in order to do that, they had to take care of some people to do the rescuing, which really heroes, a true hero, doesn't do that. That's one thing like Batman. That's a line that Batman doesn't cross. Except, I think, once he did with the Joker but you know what I'm saying. Like, heroes don't cross that line. But this person in my dream, what they would do, I guess you could say their superpower, quote unquote, in the dream, they would walk up to the person and they would say, and they would whisper, don't look into my eyes. You will die. And they'll do that while looking into their eyes. That's what this person was doing. And while the dream is happening, the person just falls out. They just fall out in this dream that I'm having. And they're in the process of rescuing whoever needed to be rescued. And as they're going through and confronting people, they keep saying it over and over and over and over again. They're like, don't look into my eyes. You will die. And it was in this raspy, low-key, like Voldemort voice, though. Almost snake-like. And they doing their thing. And then finally, I'm waking up from this dream. My mouth is already dry, because I usually have dry mouth in the morning, which is why I keep bottled water on standby. Speaking of which, I need to take some water. Hold on. Okay. Back to this. So, I noticed as I was coming out of my dream, I was mouthing what this person was saying, and more than likely was saying it too. Whispering it out with my tongue moving as I'm coming out of this dream. I was like, okay, this is interesting. What energy is this? I kid you not. I had already made the announcement that I planned on doing this reading for the full moon in Taurus, which is happening on November the 19th. But I found out it's a lunar eclipse, which I didn't know that. I looked and I was like, oh, okay, it's a lunar eclipse. Interesting. Me being a researcher, because I like to know things sometimes, and I want to give the information to my listeners. I'm like, okay, well, let me learn a little bit more about this so I can tell my listeners before I do the tarot card reading. This is where it gets weird. So I pull up the first part of the full moon in Taurus, which is happening Friday the 19th on November. And don't forget, this is a lunar eclipse. And it says, your safety depends on the need for stability, which is not easy to satisfy now. You have to learn to accept change as part of your life. The basic problem is finding your own self-respect in order to ensure that you do not mistakenly seek it in material things. When you accept yourself for who you are, it will become easier for you to find peace and tranquility in the outside world. And it says organs influenced by the sign of Taurus are neck, larynx, throat, vocal cords, thyroid gland, tonsils, Adam's apple. These organs are now more sensitive, so provide them with extra care during this. And then it says no surgeries during the full moon. But I'm like, okay, it told me about the full moon. I want to know what's so special about this, because obviously it's not just the full moon. It's a lunar eclipse. So I pulled up the date from the website astrologyking.com. It says full moon November 19th, 2021, Algol lunar eclipse. And I'm like, what is an Algol? So I start reading, and it says the Taurus full moon on Friday, November the 19th, is a partial lunar eclipse. It aligns with Algol, the most destructive star in heaven. It causes misfortune, violence, and sickness. So the spiritual meaning of the full moon, November 2021 astrology, relates to using honesty, faith, a strong sense of purpose to evolve your soul to a higher level. The November 2021 full moon squared Jupiter as the risk of greed, immorality, irresponsibility, and excessiveness, feeding into the destructive and brutal nature of algol. But the lunar eclipse is also trine Pluto, which encourages positive transformation and spiritual evolution. The lunar eclipse, November 2021 astrology, can help you assess the deepest, darkest areas of your subconscious, exposing them to eliminate fear and heal past trauma. So I'm like, all right, that's kind of deep. But what I was stuck on was algol. I'm like, what is algol? And you know me, if I don't know something, I'm going to look it up. So I was like, all right, algol. So I look up algol, and it says algol, known colloquially, okay, hold on if I can get this out, colloquially, thank you, as the demon star, is a bright multiple star in the constellation of Perseus, and one of the first non-nova variable stars discovered. And then I was looking through, because you know me, I'm nosy. It says, why is algol considered the demon star? Bottom line, algol has the nickname the demon star because it represents the head of Medusa. When I tell you, after I read that, I got chills. I'm getting chills right now talking about it. When you meet Medusa, what are you not supposed to do? When you meet Medusa, what are you not supposed to do? Exactly. Like a saying goes that on a morning show I watch every morning, Monday through Saturday, there are no conspiracies and there are no coincidences. You can call me crazy if you want to. And also, Medusa, you could say in a way she is an anti-hero. Because Medusa was done wrong due to the whole situation, which I'm not going to get into it because I plan on uploading this to YouTube. But look up Medusa's story. Because when most people grew up, all they heard was, oh, Medusa, she got turned into this, this Gorgon, this bad creature. There's more to the story than that. Something happened to Medusa. And then Medusa got blamed for something that was not her fault as well. And now I'm getting a download too. Something that was not her fault. And then after something was blamed on her that wasn't her fault, she became this monster. My message to you during this lunar eclipse full moon, don't feed into the negativity. When looking into the eyes, I think of staring into the abyss, which I was thinking about doing that as a daily thought sometime anyway. But don't feed into the negativity. Where if you feel that you were done wrong, don't feel that you have to, how can I say this? Universe, I need the words. Don't feel, okay, I appreciate that one. It was, I just heard, don't feel like you have to get even, but I was looking for something else. Okay, thank you. There we go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, don't feel like it's your responsibility to make sure that they pay. Don't feel like it's your responsibility, that it's on you. It's like, oh, I was done wrong. They know they did me wrong. Well, it's left up to me. I have to make them pay. I'm not going to wait for the universe to balance things out. I'm going to take it into my own hands this time. Don't fall into that energy. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be karma sometimes, because sometimes, yeah, we can be karma. But usually when we're karma, we don't know that we're someone's karma. That's the thing. We're just playing our role in a grander scheme of things. But the message that I was pulling from all of this is, if something happens to you, or if something has happened to you recently, especially with, also we had a new moon in Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken. That was the last one I did with the moons. We also are in Scorpio season. And something else happened too. I'm missing something. But, oh, Mercury retrograde wrapped up last month, going into the beginning of November, going into Scorpio season, which secrets come out during Mercury retrograde. And also, it doesn't surprise me that secrets will come out during Scorpio season, especially during the new moon period. If you've been wronged due to something that came out, as a matter of fact, there was my other reading that I did, and this is for the collective. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. In a reading I did for the collective, there was something about secrets in that reading. So maybe I'm picking up that energy again, or maybe this is a totally new energy. I don't know. I honestly don't. All I know is the energy and the message that comes to me. That's all I know. And the message is, don't feed into the negativity. That's the message. Don't feed into the negativity. That's what I'm picking up. So I will pull some oracle cards. I'm going to pull 4 oracle cards. And I will pull... I planned on pulling 2 tarot cards to clarify each oracle card, but I might do 1. I'll do 1, and if need be, I might pull a second one. Let's do that. What does the collective need to know? Wow, really? Okay, card on top. Indecision. This card slid off on its own. It literally slid off on its own. I'm not making this up. Some of you are going to have to make a decision. So that's 1 out the way. I'm going to pull 3 more. May I have 3 more oracle cards, please? Woo. Wow. Okay. Man holding a heart. Man holding a heart is the second card. Okay, I can't take all these. May I have 2 more cards, please? Thank you. 6 chakra, Archangel Metatron. I was thinking about Archangel Metatron yesterday, because I was watching this tarot card reading. Oh my goodness, what is her name? Aries something tarot. She's so funny. And she was talking about the archangels, and she didn't mention Archangel Metatron. And I was thinking about Archangel Metatron yesterday. And I was like, I wonder why she didn't bring up Archangel Metatron. But yeah, so 6 chakra, Archangel Metatron came out. And I'm going to read the oracle stuff for all of these. I'm going to do that. So don't think I'm going to leave you hanging. Something is telling me to take the Sun card at the bottom. Something's telling me to take the Sun card. I'm going to take it. I see this contract right after the Sun card at the bottom. Some of you might be signing contracts. Some of you might be trying to get out of a contract. Some of you might be upset because there was something in the contract that affected you. Also, going back to this indecision, maybe some of you are debating if you want to sign a contract. I just want to throw that out there. I'm just taking the energy as it comes. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let me read these to you right quick. Number 8, indecision. Let's see what we have here. All right, indecision. This card marks the presence of 2 or more possible choices in your life. It shows you anxiously looking at 2 roads, wondering which one would be the better choice. Yet you are standing still, feeling confused by the up and down emotions of your present indecision. You could spend days, months, or even years in this back and forth energy, all the while feeling your focus and your life force draining away. This indecision creates a paralysis of will, one that can keep you stuck while you're waiting to be certain about the results of your choice. It's time to let go of the analysis and self-doubt that have been keeping you stuck. Meditate on your options and see where your spirit guides you. Consider which direction resonates with you most, both in the process and in the goal. Follow your heart and make the honoring choice. The affirmation is, I release fear and move forward with courage and trust. I have the power to direct my own destiny, now and always. Second card is man holding a heart. Get to that one right quick. All right. Man holding a heart. This tender man sits with flowers all around, holding a heart in his hand. For a man, this signals a greater clarity about emotions and their purpose in your life. There could be a more balanced approach to family and love at this time. Even these have been confusing experiences for you in the past. For some, this card upright could signal the presence of a new man in your life, one who tends to be more thoughtful and aware. Whether or not this man is a love interest or a friend, he brings a high intention to help where personal projects, family, and home issues are concerned. Affirmation. I am comfortable with all of my emotions. I honor and express them in appropriate ways. I feel peace. Second card is number 40. Let's get to that right quick. 6th chakra Archangel Metatron. Clarity of thought, personal vision. This very powerful Archangel Metatron, and I'm just spitting everywhere, my goodness. This very powerful Archangel Metatron brings brilliant indigo vibrations to your brow chakra, or third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thought. When this card appears upright, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and an expanded perspective toward broader horizons. Some new perceptions are taking hold and the clouds of confusion are clearing. In some ways, this could be a new beginning, for you're on your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? Create a clear picture of that and support it with your daily thoughts. The insight you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now. And finally, like I said, something told me to take that card at the bottom, the sun. It says, the sun brings blessings to the earth. And this card portends blessings. Hold on. Wait a second. Blessings in your own life as well. Just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer. This is your time for a new beginning, the onset of nurturing new light in your life, the light of divine inspiration and personal growth. This card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project, such as the birth of a baby or writing or publication of a book, or even the birth of a new you. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision. Visualize the light of divine love pouring into your heart and mind like rays of the sun, bringing inspiration, growth, and abundant blessings. See the future you want to create and know the sun is shining on your intentions now. So those are the 4 oracle cards. With this, and now I know why something told me to take that sun card. I'm going back to what I was saying earlier. For some of you, you may be tempted to feed into the negative. If you were done wrong, don't feel it is your job to punish those who did you wrong. Don't fall into that demon energy. Don't fall into that negative energy. Because the sun is here. The sun is going to come out. Something is saying to me that for those of you who are willing to let go of whatever toxic situation it was that did you wrong, that will usher in the sun. But the sun it won't be able to come in unless you let it go. This could also be connected to indecision. Some of you might be on the fence. Some of you might be like, well, should I let it go? Or should I go into Medusa mode? Should I go into Medusa mode on them? Should I let it go? Or should I turn everyone to stone? and do that and feed into the negative energy. And if this is resonating with you, there's something in you, in your spirit. There's a light in you that's saying, hey, you might want to let it go. You make the decision to make the decision to go towards the sun. Make the decision to go towards the sun. Also, if there's a man holding a heart, whether it's you and you're a male listening to this or watching this, or there is a male in your life and you're stuck on the fence with indecision because it's like, well, should I get with him? Maybe I don't know. And what about this? What about that? Maybe it's time to make a decision. And I'm not saying that you have to get with him. With this man holding a heart, there may be a lot of sincerity there. But at least make it clear that, because you don't want to have it a thing where you're keeping someone. What's that song by Diana Ross? Set me free, why don't you, baby? You keep me hanging on. You don't want to keep somebody hanging on, is what you don't want to do. You don't want to keep somebody hanging on. So if there's someone in your life and you're at this indecision, and you've been at this indecision for a while, you don't want to keep this individual hanging on forever because it's not fair to them. So you may want to make a decision. Whether it's yes or whether it's no. At least it's a decision. And then you can focus your energy on the more important things like opening up your spiritual awareness and also bringing in the sun. In doing that. Bringing in the sunshine to your life. In addition to that, if you make a decision with the man holding the heart might be the one that brings the sun into your life. He might be bringing the sun with him. It's just the point of you making a decision to be with him. That could be it too. So keep that in mind. I'm going to take some cards right quick. Can we clarify indecision for the collective? Can we clarify indecision? May I have a card, please? Thank you. Yeah, Six of Wands. You don't know if you're going to get the victory. This is why you're stuck. You don't want to make the decision unless you know you're going to win. So in Six of Wands is fire energy. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. You could be one of those signs, or you could be dealing with one of those signs. Some of you, something just said to me that one reason that some of you are dealing with indecision is because you're afraid of rejection. Something just said that to me. Some of you are afraid of rejection, which is why you're dealing with indecision right now. That's going on too. But you're afraid that you won't get the victory, and you don't want to make the decision unless you know you're guaranteed a victory. Well, I'm going to tell you something, and this isn't a secret. Nothing in life is guaranteed except transitioning and taxes. That's it. Anything else? It's just, it's not guaranteed. But what I will also say is something that Dorothy said to Rose on the Golden Girls. And this doesn't necessarily have to be related to a relationship. This is just in general. It's just for this thing it was related to a relationship, because Rose didn't know if she wanted to go on a vacation with this guy because she hadn't been with a man since her husband had passed away. And Dorothy said, well, when you take a chance, sometimes good things happen and sometimes bad things happen. But if you don't take a chance, nothing happens. Don't worry about the victory. Just go ahead and take the chance. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. Live to fight another day. All right. Can we clarify man holding a heart, please? May I have a card clarifying man holding a heart? Thank you. Four of Swords. Yeah, somebody is keeping someone waiting. This, whoever this man is, if you're a male listening to this, and you might be a air sign, because this is Four of Swords, air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Someone might have kept you waiting. You see how in this card she's looking at the clock? Four of Swords is about resting, meditation, and all this stuff. But something told me to use this particular deck, the Tarot de la Nuit, which is the Tarot of the Night, which is French for Tarot of the Night. And something told me to use this deck. And sure enough, it goes with this. This man holding this heart, and again, it doesn't matter if you are the man. Someone may be keeping you waiting. If you're not the man, and there's a man who's interested in you, whether you're male or female, because, 2021. So, yeah. This man holding this heart, you're keeping this man waiting, is what you're doing. And something just said to me that if there's a connection between these two, you're waiting on, like, the man holding the heart is waiting on you to approach him, and you're waiting on him to approach you. Because you're not approaching him because you're afraid that he's going to reject you, but he's waiting on you to ask him out. And I know some people are like, KC, why would I want a man that doesn't want to step up to the plate and ask me out? I don't know. I don't have anything to do with that. I'm just a person sitting here reading the tarot cards. All I'm telling you is that's some of the energy that I'm picking up. Is that you're both waiting on each other. He's waiting on you to come to him, and you're waiting on him to come to you because you're afraid that he may reject you because of whatever reason. And you don't want to be rejected. Six of Wands, the victory. You want to guarantee victory. So you're stuck at indecision. Just saying. Others of you could be related to something else. Could be a job or whatever. But with this man holding this heart, someone is waiting. Someone's waiting. This is clarified. Period. It's not up for debate. Someone's waiting. And the question is, how long do you want to keep them waiting? Or how long do you want to continue to wait? Someone's going to have to put it all on the table. You're going to either go all in on the table or step away from the table. What's it going to be? And I'm not trying to sound mean, because I know some people might be saying, KC, you're being harsh right now. No, I'm being direct. And I'm saying this out of love. I'm saying this out of my love for you, especially if this is resonating with you, if you're listening to this. And true enough things are in divine timing. Don't get me wrong. Also, you have to know when to accept see the signs too. It's almost like that old story, something like where the man, I don't know how to tell it exactly, but you're going to get the point of the story the way I tell it. Where the man was like, he was praying for God to rescue him. Because he was stuck in the middle of somewhere where it had rained and flooded or whatever, and he was praying for God to rescue him. And everything was crazy with the storm, blah, 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 blah. A boat came, and the man was like, no, I'm waiting for God to come rescue me. And then a helicopter came. The man was like, no, 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 God's going to rescue me. And then someone threw him something like a life raft or something like that. Life jacket. No, 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 no. God's going to rescue me. The man ends up drowning. He gets to heaven. And then he's like, God, why didn't you rescue me? And God's like, I sent you a boat, a helicopter, and a life jacket. Make it make sense. That's what I'm telling you on this man. I honestly feel like some of you this man has done everything that he can do to let you know that he's interested, maybe without saying it directly, but he's dropped some clues. And you've kept this man waiting. Or vice versa. You've dropped some clues and they kept you waiting. Something's going to have to give on that. Just saying. Okay, can we clarify 6th chakra Archangel Metatron, please? May I have a card clarifying Archangel Metatron? And it was 222 when I said that. Just saying. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Can't make that up. Wheel of Fortune. On that. As soon as you are able to expand your awareness, as soon as you are able to expand your reality, and something says step outside of the matrix, blessings are going to pour in left and right. As soon as you're able, something just said this to me, so I got to say it to you. As soon as you're able to resist that negative energy where you want to make someone pay, or you want to get back at someone, you want to turn into Medusa and have someone look into your eyes and do that. As soon as you resist that urge to stay grounded and stay in the light and not in the dark, blessings are going to overflow, is what's going to happen. Also, random, I got to throw it out because this is something affiliated with the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you might be buying a new car too. Going back to the contract thing, some of you might be dealing with the situation with financing a car. I just want to throw that out there, especially with the sun here. Random, but I'm giving you the stuff as it's coming to me. So yeah. With the Wheel of Fortune. Something in the way she is doing this, it's almost like, I don't know if you know the Fates, the Sisters of Fate, where they have these threads and stuff of everyone's lives, and they control the threads, and they determine when it's time to cut the threads and things like that. I honestly feel that when you expand your awareness, you will be able to control your fate better. You will have more of a say in what happens in your fate. And you can manipulate it in your favor. Because you have the spiritual awareness to know how to do it. To manifest that type of thing. So, just want to throw that out there. 2. But the Wheel of Fortune is here. So, once your awareness changes, the Wheel of Fortune follows. Is the clarification for that. Can we clarify the sun, please? Can we clarify the sun? May I have a card to clarify the sun? Thank you. How'd that come out? Knight of Pentacles. So, it's interesting that she has a scythe. And she's the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy in the deck. Something just said to me, and again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For those of you who are worried about karma, before you tap into that demon negative energy, that Medusa energy, and it might be on blast come this lunar eclipse, which is a partial lunar eclipse, full moon. And you just might be ready to just snap on people or a person that did you wrong. Something is telling me karma is coming in. As a matter of fact, something just said to me to tell you, stand down. Stand down. That's what you need to do. Stand down. One thing I heard, she on this tarot reader, her channel is Ice Cream Dreams. She said karma is a silent and slow moving gangster. Is what she said one time. And it's interesting that she has the scythe in her hand. This is the Knight of Pentacles. She doesn't have a sword. She has a scythe. This is for cutting things like separating the wheat from the tare, removing crops, cutting things away. I honestly feel that once you cut away whatever that toxic stuff is in your life, the sun is going to come in. The sun is going to come in. And as for the toxicity that you left behind, they will be their own karma. They will be their own karma, is what will happen. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight out of all the knights in the deck. But the Knight of Pentacles shows up right on time. And something just said to me with the Knight of Pentacles as well in Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. But something just said to me, the Knight of Pentacles, what is bringing you to bring you this happiness, it can't deliver it to you until you let go of the other stuff. Because the happiness that is bringing to you, whatever is going to affect your 3D world, because Pentacles are about the 3D. So home, job, money, career, family, whatever. Anything in the 3D world, this Pentacle that the Knight is bringing, this stability that you want, that you crave, this happiness that you need, it can't give it to you until you let go of whatever toxic thing you are affiliated with, because it will rot and corrupt whatever blessing is brought to you. It's almost like you heard the old saying, one bad apple spoils a bunch. It's kind of like that with fruit, where if one fruit is bad and is touching another fruit, it can cause the other fruit to go bad. It's that type of thing. So the night is taking their time before they deliver the sun, is what the night is doing. But in order for the night to make it to you, you have to cut away the negativity, the toxicity. So don't feed into the negativity. And that is the message during this full moon lunar eclipse. That is all I have for you. kirwkc.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed. Oh, wow, I slipped up on that. Be blessed. I have been... You know what? Before I go, my mouth has been dry. I'm going to take another sip of water. We're going to... Hold on. We got to get the be blessed out, because that's my sign off. And I want you to be blessed. Hence why I spent 50 minutes giving this message. So I really want you to be blessed. But yeah, until next time, be blessed.